So some people are perfectly happy to work desk jobs and be around people all day and technology and things like that. And some people want a simpler version of that with less people and more trees. And so that's where the park ranger thing is perfect, because I really feel a connection with nature. And then as maybe a byproduct of that, I also enjoy the solitude of it. So it's a great match for me. I'm Kevin Szilagyi, interpretive intern at the Sumter Valley Dredge State Heritage Area. Actually, I took one of those tests in high school that says, what you should do when you grow up, and it was teacher, firefighter, carpenter, and then forest ranger. And so I found a job where I could do all 4 of those things. Well, during the week, I would do maintenance to the park, like painting signs or staining benches, things like that. And then on the weekends, I would present interpretive programs, like guided tours of the dredge, gold panning instructions. I did an evening campfire program series about the ghost that haunts the dredge. I've had a lot of jobs, but not very many that were fulfilling, I guess. And so teaching people about history and particularly at the park that I was at, the culture of the area and how it affected the natural resources in the area was really interesting to me. And so sharing that enthusiasm with children, with guests, was really fun. So. The dredge is right next to the little town of Sumter, which has 174 year-round residents. There are 6 streetlights in the entire town. There's not a stoplight, there's one paved road. So when you walk down the street at night, even though you're under street lamps, it's the most stars that you've ever seen. I mean, you're basically at the very end of most of what civilization is, and so basically any direction you go, there's just forests and mountains and stuff. A lot of times at night, I would get home, take off my ranger uniform, and go wandering out in the woods or in the tailings. And when there aren't any people to talk to that are around, and there's nothing really that you have to do, you just have a lot of time and a lot of silence. And so that's where your mind wanders to, thinking about what the purpose of life is, what your purpose is, the things that you've done. Gives you a lot of time to reflect and really explore a lot of that, because you have nothing but time and silence. You should give it a shot. Go out into the woods, find some little spot. The ability to look inward isn't necessarily related to a place on a map. You're never going to find a place, for me at least, that's far enough away from other people, because it seems like no matter how far I've gone into the wilderness, you still see trash, or you run into other people. But if you can find that opportunity to really think critically about yourself and the things that you've done in your life and the things that you want to do, I think you'll learn a lot, and it'll be a good experience for you.